Hello there everybody, WhatCulture's Actually correspondent, Adam Clery here, and a bit of shocking news for you. It's Evolution. This Sunday, I know, me too, with all the Roman news and the Vince news, and the Crown Jewel news, Saudi Arabia news, the State Department news, the Hulk Hogan news, the Ambrose news, the Undertaker news. Well done, Kenny. By the way, it's been a bit of a week. But nonetheless, it is the first ever historic all-women pay-per-view / massive please don't call us sexist for Saudi Arabia PR exercise, Evolution, this weekend, and WWE have gone all out-ish to give us a card to remember. We've got the Raw women's title on the line, we've got the SmackDown women's title on the line, we've got the NXT women's title on the line, we're going to crown a winner of the Mae Young Classic, we've got a big banter battle royal, but there's still something missing. All the initial press releases and statements and all of that said we would have all 4 of the women's championships being defended. Now, I might be an idiot, it has come up before, but I can only count 3. Okay, so story time. Back in June, before they unveiled Evolution to the world, WWE announced that its NXT UK brand would be getting both a tag team championship and a women's championship, with a traditional tournament being held to determine the winner of the latter. Smash cut to June the 23rd, and Stephanie McMahon, your pal and mine, gets on the microphone on Monday Night Raw and proudly unveils to the world Evolution, the first ever historic, one-of-a-kind, aren't we amazing, all-women's pay-per-view. They quickly put out a load of statements and press releases about it. On said press release is the promise that all 4 women's championships are going to be defended, including the brand new NXT UK Women's Championship. A match would be between whoever held the belt at the time and a worthy challenger. Now that is obviously quite a big deal for a brand new brand to get on a main roster show, so everybody picked up on this and it was widely reported. Forward then to August the 26th and an NXT UK taping in London, where 8 women competed for that championship. Ginny, Millie McKenzie, Toni Storm, Nina Samuels, Dakota Kai, Isla Dawn, Xia Brookside, and the eventual winner, Rhea Ripley. She was then officially crowned the inaugural NXT UK Women's Champion. That was 2 whole months ago. In that time, not a single minute of that tournament has been broadcast or even mentioned by WWE. They launched NXT UK as its own brand last week. Check out Ups and Downs on it if you haven't already. And we got a repeat of one of the tournament matches in Storm versus Samuels, but no mention of the tournament or even the belt. This week, on what was effectively the go-home Evolution show for NXT UK, Dakota Kai gets on the microphone and says a little birdie told her there might be talk of a women's championship for that division. And the commentators play it up as, oh hey, what a good idea. Now yes, these shows were taped in July, but the commentary and indeed the editing was done very recently, so there's no reason they couldn't have snipped around that or got rid of it entirely, given that in the main roster timeline, this belt is supposed to already have a champion, because it's being defended this weekend. But it does have a champion. Rhea Ripley not only won the thing, but has been parading it around NXT tapings and live events pretty much ever since. She's been pictured with it everywhere. She's defended it 4 times in the US, once against Nikki Cross, of all people, even though in kayfabe it doesn't actually exist. So if you're WWE, what do you actually do at Evolution then when she walks down the ramp carrying that belt? You have Michael Cole say, oh, don't forget guys, Rhea Ripley won this belt in the inaugural NXT UK Women's Championship tournament, which hasn't actually even happened yet. I mean, it sounds impressive. As for her opponent, we've heard she might be defending it against Isla Dawn, which is obviously a great idea for main roster fans, because I'm sure nobody remembers her jobbing out to Asuka in about 12 seconds on Raw last year, or that her name was Stacey Coates. Oh hey, we've also heard it might be against Ginny, who's not been introduced on any televised show at all. Yeah. Quite predictably, in this week of mega news, dear God, I'm going to sleep all weekend, WWE have quietly removed mention of the match from their website and haven't really addressed it on either Raw or SmackDown. But crucially, they've not put out anything even resembling a statement or any kind of mention of it whatsoever, so we, the rest of the world, have to presume it's still going ahead. Look, here's Simon Miller talking about it going ahead.
And on this night, she's gonna defend that gold for the first time against Isla Dawn.
I'm absolutely fascinated by all this, in case you can't tell already, because it must surely be the first time anything like this has ever happened in WWE. Like, you've got a champion who has already won a belt at a big event, even though the belt doesn't exist and the event hasn't actually happened yet. All the while, the belt is being advertised as being defended, even though it doesn't exist, on another show that the person who's holding the belt is not on the card for. I've not even mentioned the fact she's in the Mae Young Classic yet. The really weird thing about all of this is, though, that the WWE Network exists. They've had this footage of the tournament since August, so they could have broadcast it at absolutely any point they liked between then and now. So it could all make absolutely perfect sense, but it just doesn't. Like, if the plan was to have this tournament be part of the NXT UK show, then why leave launching that until 2 weeks before Evolution, when you need to have certain parts of it have happened by Evolution? Like, it's a problem entirely of their own making. Like, they've known since June they wanted to have a match for this championship at Evolution, and they know that to do that you have to have somebody who holds the championship, and they know that the person holding that championship won it in a tournament, and they know that to tell people that, you have to actually broadcast that tournament. So besides the fact they might have just forgotten to do that, how else have they ended up in this situation? I can't get my head around it. So that's me tied up in a billion knots, and I've absolutely no idea what they're doing. Presumably the match just doesn't go ahead at Evolution because they've forgotten to tell people who the champion is, which even by WWE standards is... I have no words. But yes, try your best to let me know what you make of all this by leaving a comment below, and of course don't forget to like, share and subscribe. How has this happened? How should they fix it? All answers are good answers, in my opinion. They can't be any worse than WWE's. In the meantime, though, thank you very much for watching. I have, of course, been Adam Clery, and I will see you... bye.